Hello guys, what's up? How's it going? So today we're gonna talk about how you can make money from photography, and this episode will be about real estate. Did record this video previously in Starbucks, but I realized that was like literally too loud, and this is crazy because I'm still testing this whole vlog and how I can do this vlog not sitting actually at home. I don't want to sit at home and do this vlog. I want to enjoy this creation and go somewhere and start shooting something. Sorry, I'm just changing the topic, but just for a second. This vlog will be much more, I think, flexible. I don't want to be super strict like other creators are sitting and just talking. I want to do this in a very flexible way. But overall, yeah, it was too loud. It was like 50,000 people. I'm joking, like about like 15 people at least that was looking at me what this guy is doing. So it was super creepy. So I finished it, but like was useless. So I have to record this again. Still adjusting to vlog. I have to say that it's really crazy. It's much different than I expected. Actually, sitting in the office, it's much easier for me, and I think for vloggers recorded, because you have this environment. Hold on. Okay, cool. We have this environment, you know, very easy adjustable lights, and overall, like, you know, the sound quality always will be good because you just know that you have this microphone close to your mouth, so it's just everything how it's supposed to go. So, okay, back in on the track. So real estate, something what you should know is first thing, the most important one, always collect. If you don't have a, hold on, if you don't have a portfolio, you have to build it so you can work for free, learn it, or, you know, shot some friends. This is the good idea. Shot some friends property. If you have some family, friends, and you can just get in and take some shots to portfolio, edit it nicely. This, I think, will be one of the best thing you can do, because portfolio is something that you have to show to the agent. But very important thing is to start. This is the best tip ever. Start collecting money right away up front. Never leave anything for a later time. Yeah, that's very important. Okay, what about the cameras? We have APS-C and have a full frame. You can start easily from APS-C, and I think that APS-C is the cheapest version. I have 6400, and I very recommend, if people are asking me what kind of camera they should buy, 6400 is always the answer. Right now we're gonna have 6700 shortly, but this definitely gonna be much more pricey. I think like $500–600 at least more. So I will start from 6400. You also need gimbal, but today's episode will be about the photography, or maybe we can, now it's going to be about the photography. Listen guys, if you are doing photography, it really doesn't matter APS-C or full frame APS-C, but it's cheaper. As I said, you can start for 6400. You can buy lens like 10-18, both. For example, if you wanna be Canon guy, you can actually buy Canon lens 10-18, much cheaper. I think Sony costs like $600–700, and Canon I think is just 300. So you can start very cheap with APS-C. With full frame, I like full frame because the important thing about full frame is one actually lens that you can buy, and this lens is 12-24 f4 from Sony. This lens is literally outstanding and have literally zero distortion. 12mm is really wide, so you have to be sure about this, what you are doing. You're gonna learn step by step doing photography, real estate photography, how to do it and what kind of shot will be better, when you should shot, for example, during the day. This thing will come, so you have to just learn it. But for now, you have to know about 12mm. If you have, for example, like you have a bathroom that is very narrow and you are very close to somewhere to the faucet, you have to know that this, what is close to you, will be very like big, and everything what is in the center is gonna be far away and much smaller. So precautions about 12mm, you should use it only if you know how to use it, and if the spaces are big, that's cool. Like, you know, places like master bedroom, something, that's okay, it's perfect for that. but overall if you have a tight places, you should really think about more changing focal length to 60 millimeters or 40 millimeters. Play a little bit with it, because 12 millimeters can be too wide, but overall the option of 12 millimeter is just crazy good. So definitely if you start doing this and you start making money, I will jump to a full frame, and you don't have to buy like A7IV and A7R5. You can go with A7C, for example, and you can buy it really cheap. You can, if you go to 12 to 24, definitely, hold on, definitely Agent. This was actually our Agent for tomorrow's shoot in Chicago. So yeah, this is definitely the best choice, and it works the best for me. With the tripod, very important thing, you can have very cheap tripod, doesn't have to be really expensive. I will give you some links down below to, I think, the really cheap tripod, aluminum, and they have very nice solid feel. So definitely something I very easily can recommend. But one thing what you have to know about when you are buying a tripod is that mostly tripods, the head of the tripod is flat, so you have this just horizontal way of using it. But you have to have tripod head, not the tripod head, that also is going vertically, because if you are going to tight spaces, you're not gonna use always wide shot. You're gonna have to rotate this camera and take a vertical shot. So you have to be aware that the head have to move up also. With the lights, well, I was fan of the lights for a very long time, but I think that right now I'm not using light at all. I don't remember when I last time used the lights. I know when to use those lights, but I'm doing everything what I can to not shoot in when it's very dark. Why is that? Overall, the natural lighting, if you are doing bracketing, and I think you know what is bracketing. If not, bracketing is like taking, like you pushing the button once and camera is taking, for example, 3 shots with different exposition, and then you are putting this to the Lightroom, and Lightroom is creating like a 1 HDR image from this 3 shots, right? So for example, here you have darkest like a place, here you have a brighter place, so this exposition blends nicely together and you have a nice equal exposition. So this is very important. And with the lighting, really I'm done using this, as I said, because I like this natural lighting. And when you are using this, for example, if you are going to the basement, you just have to fire the flashlight because you have no other choice, really. So you have to fire the flashlight. And sometimes this is actually a good tip for you when you have a blend of colors in a room, wherever you are. Sometimes it's like that. Hold on, guys. Yeah, it's working. I don't know, I have a feeling that it's blurry. So sometimes this like different kind of colors that are going on in the room, because it happened because, for example, you have a green walls, sun is yellow, they have some kind of reflective blue elements somewhere. It's just, you know, whole mess inside of the room. And I know how to post-product this very easily because I was doing post-production for many years for newspapers, real estate, weddings, website, the same video and photography and the video. So I know how to post-product all of this. But to be easier, because I think it's easier version, is always to, like, you know, fire the flashlight, because this will give you this nice color, but it's gonna make this image a little bit flat because the lighting is not natural. That's why I'm not using it at all. I'm doing everything where I can to not shoot during the evening. A lens, as you know, you can go with any kind of lens that is just wide. 60mm is the minimum, not 70, guys, 60mm. Don't go 70mm, 1mm is a huge difference. Go everything below 60mm. And f4 is more than enough, because for photography we are using mostly around this f8 aperture, but you have to know that also I play with 5.6 and f4 because very often I want to take a very nice shot of something, more like a close-up or medium shot, because mostly we are taking like each corner of the space. But also, for example, if you are in the kitchen and you have some nice lenses or countertops are nice, I'm stepping down to f4 and just I don't wanna like background anything included. I just wanna have this nice appliances or countertop visible, so I'm stepping down to f4. For details, I even use 50mm 1.8. Crazy, right? But yeah, I'm doing this. But this is like if I get very good gig when the agents pay very well. Mostly they are going cheap, so. But you don't go cheap. You have to can't travel. You have to very often when I'm going to Chicago, I'm not spending 1 hour. Like I will jump here for some kind of gig closely. I going to Chicago, I have to spend like 3-4 hours, then editing and everything. So it can take me like 4-5-6 hours even. So I never go cheap. But like, well, I can go cheap if this is something very close to my location. This is only reason I can do it this way. So light you already know, APS-C, full frame doesn't matter, but I will go with full frame and 12 to 24 when you will have a money. If you have money, good, go full frame in 12 to 24, it will be your solution. Stand, as I say, tripod with the head that is, you know, you can tilt it so it's doing like horizontal or vertical shots. Flashlight, you need to have it, you have to have it, and you don't need to use it, but you just have to have it and you have to know how to use it. Mostly I holding this in my hand and just fire it. And what else? Well, maybe a little bit about the settings. So settings for photography, you are using always bracketing. Learn what is bracketing, write in Google bracketing, you're gonna know what it is. I'll mostly give one equivalent and I take 3 shots. You should use RAW. I'm using mostly JPEGs right now, and I'm saving like you know, 80% of data, but when you are starting, you should use RAW, because from RAW you can pull out much more. Even if file is very heavy, you should use RAW. So you are using bracketing, you are stepping down to f8. You can play a little bit with if you are a good photographer, you had like experience before, and you can play a little bit with the aperture. But overall f8, ISO the lowest possible, so if it's 100, 200, 400 ISO, whatever it is, you are using the lowest one. Always you are going at the location when it's, you know, daytime, and you are taking shot of each of the corners. Also I'm doing this detail as I said, so I approach here, for example, if you have just 4 corners and like nothing else, it's nonsense. But for example, kitchen or bathroom or like a nice place, definitely close-ups are very, very nice to have. And for example, if you are doing MLS 25 images, I will do even 40, because very often you will find that you mess up something, something doesn't look good. It's always good to have a little bit more, so you can choose the best options, best pictures, best photographs. And also very often it's happened that, for example, agent will call you and ask you, bro, do you have more? I have, oh, yeah, sure, no problem, I have 10 more, do you want them? Yeah, sure, I will pay you extra $100, for example, right? So just, you know, giving you some tips. With the prices, it's hard to say because you have to calculate this, but I would say that $50 per hour of your work should be absolute minimum. Just, I'm not gonna tell you like strictly the price. Calculate time, how far you can go and how much you would charge for it, but I mostly calculate everything and minimum $50, sometimes even have $100 from it. Yeah, so what else? White balance, I mostly have auto. Mostly my camera doesn't go crazy, so I shoot auto. As I said, aperture is always f8. This is the most common one, but as I said, you can play a little bit with it, and the rest is auto bracketing, and that's it, basically it. Then you download the whole images and you are editing this in Lightroom, but I will have to do like another episode with it. Very important, another tip is, a very important thing is always, guys, take with you a laptop. I have a MacBook here somewhere. I'm gonna show you. This is the old MacBook with SDS. This is MacBook from 2014 or 15, I don't remember exactly. And always after shoot, always check the files. This is crucial, it's mandatory. You don't want to pack your stuff, go home and realize that your autofocus were off. For example, like this A7IV, if I click it by mistake somewhere, you know, on the screen, I'm gonna point like other spot and just autofocus will be out, and you're not gonna see this. You're gonna have to go back, and it's gonna be messed with the agent. It's gonna be messed because you have to do it again, and you're gonna be frustrated, all that stuff. So always take with your laptop something larger. You can buy very cheap this kind of laptop, I think $400, I think 500, not even 400, $300, $400. So just keep it in mind that you have to have something, and check those files after you finish it. Never be 100% sure that you finish it right, because I was, and I am mostly perfectionist, and I was wrong too. Also very important is, guys, not check the weather. If agent is calling you and will tell you, for example, hey Conrad, can you do that shot Tuesday, and you just your phone checking the weather channel, you see that, bro, Tuesday is going to be rain whole day. You are not going there. Just telling you, right? Of course, agent can say that, okay, just shoot inside. That's fine, but most you are taking also pictures from outside. And this is also good tip. Outside, very often I'm not taking bracketing shot. I just take one shot of in each like corner of the home, or few like images, but I just take one shot. I'm not doing bracketing outside, because just mostly when it's nice sunny outside, one good shot is more than enough. So that's basically it. It's very easy, sounds easy, but it's also very complicated. You're gonna see this. Oh, one thing also you have to know, that always try to keep it, I am like around 6 feet, so always try to keep camera somewhere here below your chest. But if you have a problem and something doesn't look good, well, you have to lift this up, leave the tripod up, and just take a shot this way. Don't worry about angles. You can also take angles. Always try to take each corner, but don't worry about the angles. If you see that a particular angle looks good, look good, just take these pictures. Take more pictures than you actually need. I always give like a bonus, like an extra 2-3 shots. Mostly details, but yeah, I'm just prepared for anything that can occur after photoshoot, so I don't have to go back and do the same thing again. And yeah, guys, that's basically it. Anything else I'm thinking, but if not, I will just leave you some extra information at the end, but I think it's everything. Like and subscribe, stay with me. This is photography edition, and we're gonna have video, because video is a little bit different and you have to also know it. And also I think I'm gonna have to prepare drone, and also how to edit and post-product all those files. But next one will be video, that also you have to know, and drones, a lot of drones. I'm joking, one drone will be enough, small one. The basic drone is more than enough. So links down below, guys. Like and subscribe, stay with me, and yeah, I will see you in the next one. Support me for my hard work. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Like and subscribe.